Hello, everybody. Welcome to this webinar, specially made for Odoo Africa. Today, we will speak about the partnership program and how you can unleash your business's full potential.
My name is Yasminne, and today I have here my colleague Sinouhe. We are partner developers here at Odoo, and it is an absolute pleasure to have you here with us today.
So in the agenda today, we will speak a little bit about Odoo. We'll go through the value proposition, then we'll enter into the market analysis, go through the partnership program, see how you as a partner can sell your services, and explain to you a bit more about the partner's journey. At the end, we'll go through a Q&A session, so don't forget to just prepare all your questions and we'll be really happy to answer them. So, shall we start?
Please.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So what is Odoo? Odoo is an all-in-one management software. It's beautiful and easy to use. Odoo today has a mission to help companies unleash all of the potential to help you grow and also to make users love the tools they're using. Our CEO, Fabien Pincars, created the company in 2004, and today we're very lucky to be a success story and the best ERP open source software in the world. So Odoo also has something very particular, is that it has one app for each need. So if you need to boost your sales, we have it. If you need to integrate services because you want to understand how your project is going, you can do that too. You can simplify your operations, do a website, manage finances, increase your marketing and increase your sales, and personalize as well as develop on the platform. So it's easy to use and it's for each need in any sort of business you can think of. So we're not really vertical, we're quite horizontal. We cover everything you need. So today we have offices all across the world, and we're very proud of that. We have teams that are setting up everywhere, and the growth hasn't gone down. I think it's going to continue very much.
For sure.
All right. And here are some key figures that you guys should know, and this is also something interesting for you as you're thinking in becoming a partner. So we have about 16 offices right now in different countries and cities. We have more than 2,800 employees across the world. We also have about a 60% yearly growth, which is quite astonishing. And we have more than 10 million happy users. We're in 175 and plus countries, and we have 39,000 apps in our store that have been developed by all of the communities of Odoo fans across the world. So we really have a strong community of builders, which you can be a part of. So now I would jump to the value proposition of Odoo. What makes Odoo so special? What makes us successful? Why are we different from the others? Well, on average, companies use 14 different applications to manage their business. And I'm pretty sure you people also have seen it yourselves, right?
For sure.
And so what happens is we have a spaghetti bowl. We have a lot of confusion. We have Eventbrite, we have HubSpot, we have Slack, we have all of these platforms. It's really annoying. It's too complicated. It gives us a lot of confusion. And what Odoo is trying to do in this confusion is that it's trying to bring a bit more of peace of mind, because we have all-in-one solution. So we're trying to get all of these distractions from all of these other apps, and we're trying to give you one solution so that you don't have all these distractions anymore. You can just have a simple solution where most of your business can be managed. So we have a unique product because on top of that, you can also customize it to the needs that are specific to yourself. It's quite cost effective because we are a community that has been working on the open source version of Odoo for a very long time. So it means that all of these efforts from all of these years are now making the product not only efficient, but cost effective. And it's fast because, yeah, it's blazing fast, like Fabien would say.
For sure.
You know, there's the right technology in the back end for it to be fast. It's intuitive because we invest a lot of time on the user experience. It has all integrated apps, as we saw, right? We don't need to have different application for everything. We can just simply have a tool that permits us to manage most of our business's process. And then it's extremely secure. We use all the newest technology you can think of. And if you, want to build on Odoo, I guess it's the right time to jump on it. So, more reasons for our success. Whew. All right, we're very customer focused. As you can see, there's a lot of platforms across the scope that you can see, the business scopes that do a lot of things, but they're very heavy. They're very heavy and they're very expensive, and they don't really have the new tools needed in the 21st century, right? They're not that quick to add new needs for businesses. Or you have those platforms that just do one thing very, very, very well, but they do it too much because you can only go so far in the need of a CRM, right? So Odoo, what it does is that it positions itself in a way where it's customer focused and it's going to give you a lot of possibilities. And if you need something more, well, there's the partner who can build that for the customer. And so it really creates this sort of highly modular platform where you can really do anything your client wants, and you can kind of almost do whatever you want with it, depending on the business processes that are needed for your customer or for yourself.
For sure.
Something to add?
No, you said it all.
Oh, great. Perfect. So our pricing model, yes, you're not dreaming. We have basically two types of pricing. Standard. This is when you basically use Odoo on the SaaS version, so there's no need for customization or there's no need for development, but you can, of course, change and add data inside of the platform, but there's not a lot of modifications to be done.
Standard as possible.
Exactly. And then we have the custom, which permits you to first take Odoo in any sort of let's say on-prem solution or on our external cloud solution, odoo.sh, or you can use also online on a standard platform because you might not need to develop, but you might need to use Odoo Studio. So Odoo Studio is a low-code platform that permits you to do some changes in the front end of the platform really easily. And then you have the multi-company. So if you have a company, many companies, and you kind of use the same apps, but you need to have each companies to manage their own, you can do it. You don't need to buy 3 Odoos. So it's really cool.
Sure.
You don't have to pay it twice. And then you can use the external API. If you need to do a bit more, development, a bit more manipulation with the code, you'll have access to the external API as well, and you'll be able to do what you need, build a custom module.
And all of that for only $10.90 per user per month, which is pretty amazing.
Absolutely, yes. Most platforms don't really do that, but there you go.
Well,
so now we're going to go into the market analysis. Go for it, Yasminne.
Thank you, Sinouhe. Well, my colleague Sinouhe, he mentioned already what Odoo is, what we do, the pricing for the clients, but it's also important to understand how Odoo is doing currently in the African market because, well,
of course,
that's very interesting for you. And to facilitate that, we have prepared a little market analysis for your consideration. So let's start with the growth in number of leads, which is already pretty impressive here in this graph. So if we start analyzing this graph, we can see that we had a consistent year-on-year growth since, in this case, 2015, because that's the period that we are analyzing now. And we can see that we reached our peak in 2022. We had a significant growth in numbers of leads, especially since 2020-21, and reached our peak eventually in 2022. But as we can see here, something very interesting is that we are only May 2023, right? And we had almost half of the leads that we had, the number of leads that we had last year in the entire year. So we can assume that Odoo will have even more leads this year, which means that we are expanding. We are expanding the market, and we are consolidating the market as well. And we can also see that in the number of partners that we had an explosion of partners in 2022. We onboarded a lot of partners last year, but as you can see here, again, we are only May 2023, and we onboarded more than half of the numbers of partners that we had last year during the entire year. So we can clearly see that Odoo is expanding. We are growing in the African market. And my colleague mentioned, well, my colleague didn't mention yet, but we will talk more about the categories of partnerships that we have. But here you can already see that we have learning partners and official partners. We can see here that almost 67% of our partners are learning partners. They fall into the learning category, which means that, well, that depends on several factors, but maybe they are taking it step by step, starting with their own projects in order to grow themselves. And we can see as well that 33% of our partners are already official partners. They either started as official partners or became official partners eventually. And usually it's larger companies, or companies, in this case, partners with larger projects or more solid projects as well. As I just mentioned projects, and as my colleague already mentioned, that we have the standard pricing and we have the custom pricing, well, because we have standard projects and custom projects. But the Odoo clients can have two ways of working with Odoo. They can either choose to work with Odoo directly, working with one of our consultants to implement their project, or they can work with a partner. Here we can see that for the clients who chose to work with Odoo directly, almost 44% of them chose to have a standard project, while we can see that the opposite happens for clients who chose to work with partners. Here, for the ones working with the local partners, almost 90% of them have custom projects, which is great for partners because it means that the partners can develop, can customize, can personalize the databases, which is a great business opportunity for the partners. And last but not least, well, the clients, the Odoo clients, can also choose the length of their contract. Here, with the help of the graph, we can clearly see that the yearly contract is the most popular one, especially among clients who chose to work with partners. But another interesting thing that we can see here is that our multi-year contracts are also more popular for clients who chose to work with partners. Well, it depends on, it's due to several factors. Maybe having this local help give them the sense of stability, so which is also great for the partners itself, right? Now that I've explained to you a little bit about the market, I'll let Sinouhe jump in the partnership program.
Yeah, these are fantastic numbers, right?
For sure.
A moment of silence for our competitors, because this is about to get really interesting. Okay, so for the partnership program, we have Odoo. Odoo is the company. Odoo is building and providing you with all of these amazing tools. Then we have Odoo Community. I like to explain Odoo Community as the nucleus of Odoo. 70% of Odoo is community, and there's a lot of members around the world that are just working on the product, giving feedback and improving it all together. All right? It is the cooperative side of the platform that permits us to give you the best tools in the world. Then we have our partners. Our partners are those who want to unite with Odoo and that want to sell services so that customers can be satisfied with their Odoo, because a lot of the customers don't have the time to implement it. I'm sure you guys know a lot about this, so you will be in charge in the first line of defense of this customer. It will be your responsibility to make sure they have the appropriate implementation and also a premium, let's call it a premium support from your side, so that you can continue in helping them grow, right? And Odoo will make sure as the company that the tools are very robust so that we can continue on helping you achieve that. And then we have the clients, which are the foundations of the ecosystem, of course, because they're using the product, they give us a lot of feedback, and they need to enjoy the services and the support of Odoo and yours as well. All right, so the clients also have a role in explaining to us what they need, and we improve the product as we go. And as you can see, this is kind of a loop. And we gather all of this feedback and we try to increase and improve the product every year, which is why we give you a new version. And so the business model, I'll make it quite simple. So in Odoo, what happens is we have the platform, right? You have Odoo Enterprise, and then you are the partner. You implement to the customer Odoo. The customer buys Odoo, and you get a commission for it. And on top of that, you sell your services to the customer, which Odoo doesn't get in the middle. You can do as you wish, but we will go a bit more in details. But this is very simple. You become a partner, you have the right to implement Odoo, and on top of that, you're part of an ecosystem of a community of partners that share knowledge so that your go-to-market strategy can be much more efficient for the customers. And Odoo will provide you with that support through a partner manager and also through the whole ecosystem of and the knowledge that we gather throughout the worldwide market, right?
Yeah.
And then your role is also
To be the technical and functional support for the end user. And here you can charge the fees for the services you can provide.
all right. And again, if anyone has doubts, we'll be more than happy to answer more questions of the business model.
You can write all your questions already and we will discuss them later on.
Exactly. So now, partner services. So, like you were saying, right, you can sell your support and your services. So some of this include training, some hosting, support, deployment, development, customization, configuration. As you can see it already on the slide, it's quite straightforward, so I'm not going to jump too much into those details, but basically any IT service that you want to sell to the client, you can do it. And also, if you want to sell good vibes, it's your choice. You
Please
can
do.
do that. Odoo's not going to get in the middle. This is really the message that we want to bring to you, is that we don't do like the others. We don't tell you what to do when it comes to your client. We respect the fact that it's your client, and we are going to try to do and help you as much as we can so that you can sell more services, and also so that the client can also, put away all of these platforms and really keep Odoo into their companies so that they can finally work efficiently. So the revenue provision, all right? So we got the user and app and licenses. So this is the way you are going to sell to the client, right? You sell users, all the apps are included for your customer. Your services are 100% for you, like we said. And then Odoo will give you a percentage of the licensing. So of course the client has to pay for the licenses, and Odoo will give you a percentage depending on your partner level. In general, everybody starts with 10%, but you can go up to 20%. But right now, if you start, it will most likely be 10%. Then, of course, you have the development. So if you want to develop for your client, you can charge the client for the development, and also for what's also important, it's the maintenance of the code. And in case you're on premise, you can charge them your hosting. If you use our hosting, Odoo.sh, which is a great ecosystem, which you should definitely try, you will keep part of the income from the Odoo.sh, which is about $90 monthly, it says here. It's 50% more or less of the total amount. We'll see that in a few.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you can sell the development as well, because you're using Odoo.sh as an infrastructure to deploy code or to code new apps, right? In the infrastructure of Odoo. So you can decide. The basic idea is that for the licenses that you sell, you get a commission. So Odoo will give you money for that. Some of the additional benefits that you will get as becoming a partner, like I like to explain always to companies that want to become partner, it's not just about commissions, it's also about the whole benefits and support that you get. So think about your partner manager, the person that will get to know you, that will help you improve your business with Odoo. So if you want to start a new line of business in your company, well, they will help you, right? And you'll have marketing support. You'll have access to the full code, so you'll be able to break things and test things. So you'll be able to learn. You'll have an implementation methodology to learn how you're supposed to implement an Odoo very successfully. You'll have a lot of trainings on how to create a return on investment analysis. You can have visibility on our website. You will also get commission. And all of this becomes a knowledge. It becomes a community of people who support each other to really continue success. And as we're getting more market share, We want you to be part of that success,
Yeah.
and you can. And so being a partner is much more than just commission. It's really being part of a revolution. So we highly welcome you to dig in deep after even this presentation, so that you can be part of it and conquer the world of software.
Yeah, the whole point here is to see you grow as well. That's
the whole point. That's the whole point. We grow together, and together we grow better.
Yes.
And so for the partner levels and requirements, we're going to explain it really briefly. So basically, let's say you have two types of partnership, learning and official. Within official partners, you have three levels, ready, silver, and gold. You become ready once you have accumulated 10 users and you have one certified resource in your company. Then for silver, it's 75 new users and 2 certified resources, and you need a minimum retention rate. Retention rate basically means that we don't really want your clients to say, well, I don't want to work with this partner anymore, right? We really want you to give them support, so we need a bit of retention rate. And then for gold, it's 200 new users, 3 certified resources, and 80% retention rate. These numbers have changed, will change, they change every year. So in case you don't become a partner now, don't be surprised if it changes. This can fluctuate a bit,
Yeah.
all right?
The point of the retention rate is also to assess quality, right? It's not only about selling, it's also about implementing and keeping your client happy, because that's how we want to see the clients happy, right?
For sure, and you as well, because
of
you are a
course.
partner, right? And then, yeah, the commissions, it's 10% at the beginning. Once you are an official partner and you become silver, it will be 15, and then when you're gold, it will be 20%. On Odoo.sh, so the hosting fee, if you use our infrastructure, it's 50% of the cost of the cloud that we'll be giving to you, and that's pretty much, that's it.
It's pretty
Pretty
straightforward.
straightforward, but if you have questions, we'll go through them again.
Yes. Well, so now that my colleague explained the partnership program and how it works, let me explain to you the exclusive services that you can have as Odoo partners. Well, as Sinouhe mentioned before, as an Odoo partner, you can have access to trainings and educations, right? And one of the most important, let's say, trainings that we have, it's called Project Leader Onboarding, also known as PLO. If you become a partner, you'll hear a lot about the PLO, because it's basically the same onboarding that we give to our own consultants when they start here at Odoo. So it's basically a functional onboarding of 35 hours that can be purchased by the partner in order to help your employees to learn more about Odoo functionally, which is extremely important, since we know it is a fact. The more you know about something, the better you will provide a service and the better you will sell. So it has a lot of advantages for your company to get this PLO, especially in the beginning and afterwards as well, if you onboard new people, if you recruit new employees. If you tell us, okay, Yasminne, I actually want to have more advanced knowledge in the app inventory or in the app sales, well, we also have a solution for you. We have our smart classes, where you can become an expert with advanced trainings in different modules. We have smart classes for the sales app, inventory, manufacturing, and with them you can become really an expert in your field, maybe, right?
Absolutely.
If you do need technical training for you or for someone in your company, well, we also have the solution for you. You can also have access to technical training, where you can have a comprehensive technical training on Odoo development done by Odoo developers itself, which is a great advantage if you need that type of service as well. And of course, we have our beautiful e-learning platform that you can access if you become either learning or official. It doesn't matter. You will have access to the e-learning platform anyways, where you can have access to videos, documentations, and learn more about Odoo functionally by yourself. If you tell us that you do require other specific services, well, we do have that as well. Let's say if you have the need of a specific development, but you don't want to do it yourself, you want Odoo to do it, you can have access to a developer on demand, where you can use our resources to help you and our developers to help you or develop whatever you need. And if you need or want Odoo to create your own website or your own e-commerce platform, or if you want training done by Odoo on the website, you can also have that by purchasing the website on demand service, which is pretty great. It's pretty complete.
Yeah.
And every single training that I've mentioned so far, besides the developers on demand, can be done via a partner success pack. That's 3 very important words that we have here at Odoo. Partner success pack is basically a pack of hours. It goes from 25 to 200 hours depending on your need, that you can purchase and use it to solve different problems for different needs. You can use it to get help with pre-sales, with the implementation methodology, to have access to a technical consultant if you need help in the implementation. And of course, you can use these hours for our trainings that I just mentioned.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, those services for partners, quite useful, right? If we want to learn.
It's very important.
Absolutely.
And how does it work to become a partner, Sinouhe?
Oof. All right, let's start with the journey. So we review the information with you. How do you want to start? Is it more learning partner? What services, what pack, what training do you need? Or do you want to become an official partner and start with a project? We review this with us, partner developers, with us or our colleagues. Once you have decided and we help you answer some of the questions you might have, depending on your needs and your go-to-market strategy, we will review the quotation and we will send it to you so that, you review it, and then you can sign it digitally and then you can pay it. In case you have any issues with that, we will always help you for that. And congratulations. You're a partner. That's how simple it will be.
It can't be easier
we don't
than
complicate things in Odoo. We like peace of mind.
For sure.
We don't like spaghetti balls.
No spaghetti balls.
Exactly. So now that you're a partner, you're going to go through an onboarding phase. So this onboarding phase is very important. So please pay attention. First, you have an onboarding call with your partner manager. Your partner manager, I'll repeat it, it's someone that will give you assistance that are sales for you to become an Odoo partner successfully. So it means they will teach you how to sell, or they will be in meetings with you to help you negotiate. So you will not be alone. We never leave you alone. You'll always have someone that will give you support, but it's a commercial support. And in that onboarding call, after that, you'll do a SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, because they want to know what is your company good at, what is your company not so good at. It's very important to be aware so that we can work on our strength, and in case we have weaknesses or there's a couple of threats, we work on them. But we try to focus always on the strengths and on the opportunities so that it's easier for our go-to-market penetration. And then you'll have access to the training resources. So it's really important that you listen to your partner manager. They will give you kind of a guideline that tells you, okay, well, now that you're a partner, now that we did your SWOT analysis, it would be good that you train yourself with those resources. And as you go, you bring clients. And as you bring clients, you'll discuss with your partner manager strategy so that we can find the better ways to convert this client into your customer, or this lead, or this opportunity. Then you'll have also access to the e-learning videos. E-learning videos are always important because before a demo, we want to make sure that we understand the flows, and sometimes we might have questions. So you'll have the documentation and the videos to help you. All have subtitles as well, but all the videos are in English, so you should not have a problem. And then you can schedule a regular meeting. When we say regular meeting, it's important to know that your partner manager has a lot of things to do, so it's always important to do it with time. But you will be always in touch with someone, and they will always try to help you succeed. So this is basically what will happen once you're a partner.
it cannot be easier than that either. It's
Yeah,
pretty
and
straightforward.
it's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Indeed.
So, sorry about that. So we are done. Now we're gonna jump in the
Q&A
Q&A.
time.
All right.
Let's go.
So.
Let's go. Well,
All right.
hello, everyone. I see a lot of hi, everyone.
Okay, so everybody, we are looking at your questions.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, good afternoon. Let's see. Okay, Alexander Hartman. Do I need a paid license when I install Odoo on my own server? Can I use all plugins?
Hi, Alexander. Do you need a paid license? Well, when you install Odoo, you have the possibility to have Odoo Enterprise, which you can install on your own server. Yes. Can you use all the plugins? Yes, there's a lot of plugins that are on our app stores, and you can just go on the app store and choose the plugins that you wish to use that you can also add into your own Odoo. So I would say yes for both. We also have a documentation that will explain to you the full process of installing this Odoo Enterprise into your server.
Yeah. Now let's move on to the next one. PM Boalia. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Here he asked, what company size can use Odoo, and how can you apply Odoo to the service interests and nonprofits? Well, every company can use Odoo pretty much, from the small companies of 1 to employees to huge companies that have thousands of employees as well. We have plenty of examples of that. And how can you apply it to the service industry and nonprofit? Actually, Sinouhe had a case not so long ago.
It's true. Any type of business can use Odoo, right? From a cooperative to a nonprofit to a church, we have all the cases. It really depends on what they need, and we try to see with you how can Odoo fit best within their businesses, and depending on their needs, we'll choose the modules that will fit the best. And for the service industry as well. So for this question, and to answer it more in details, you can take a meeting with us, and we'll be really happy to see some of the processes that the company has, and we'll try to give you a demo to show you a bit how it could be used, how the Odoo could be used in the company.
Yes, please don't hesitate to contact us afterwards if you do
Absolutely.
have more questions. We are really here to help you.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next question, also by the same person. What basic knowledge is required to become an Odoo partner? Well, you should have IT knowledge. I think that's one of the most important ones, because the partners, as you saw, should be able to implement databases, to give support to the clients, help them with developments, customizations. But if you don't have a lot of knowledge, you can always start step by step, taking it step by step with a learning partnership for you to gather more knowledge about Odoo, about the industry, and then, of course, grow your own business. Right?
Exactly. So you can start with a learning partnership, and you can actually start and learn.
For sure. Okay, let's move on. Should I click here? Okay. How can I become a salesperson in Zambia so that I can sell this product? Well, here I'm not sure if he wants to become a partner or to join us as an Odooer. Well, if you do want to become a partner, well, we explained that the process of how to do it. And if you really are interested, you can always contact us for more details, so then we can discuss and review your project and help you choose the best option. And yeah, if you want to become an Odooer, well, you can always check with the Kenyan office. We have a Kenyan office, right? The next question. Hi, what support do you offer to a company that wants to migrate from another CRM platform to Odoo?
So there's many types of support we can give you. So one of the support we can do is have a call. We try to understand and analyze the needs of the business. We try to do a demo. If there's things we don't really understand, or if the project is very complicated, we have services such as return on investment or gap analysis. And if once we decide, it's quite simple to migrate from one platform to the other. But of course, this will require you to send us the information of the company, what's going on, so that we can really qualify the project as best as we can, so that when we do the first demo, it's as realistic as we can. And if we find more bottlenecks that we cannot resolve directly, we'll go with the service and we'll see how we can resolve them. And if this requires, we'll know which type of partner success pack, like we discussed before, will be required to make it happen. I hope that answers your question, Mr. Kurewa.
And if you do have, as I said, more questions, or if you didn't understand a specific part of the presentation, don't hesitate to reach out to us. It will be our pleasure to help you and to meet you, maybe on a call, right?
Yeah. So perhaps let's wait for 10 more seconds to see if somebody else has another questions for us.
Come on, guys.
Let us know.
Well, it's a good sign, right? It means that we answered all of them before.
Yeah. Great. All right. So let's jump back to the presentation. Well, thank you very much for paying attention. We hope this presentation was useful for you and added value. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you all. And as I said, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are here to help.